tell me this axle and engine combo wasn't supposed to go together. Look at this. Full bump. I got room for upper link right there to shoot back. Definitely got room back here. And then lower link, I got room to hit right over in there somewhere. Look at that. What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday the next week. Got nothing done yesterday, but over the weekend went over to Trey's. We got some tubes bent, pretty much for our front end. I'll drop a picture right here of kinda what it's gonna look like. It's just clamped in place. All right, so it should look something like that when it's all said and done. We'll see. But what I've done today already is chop that other cross member off. Started thinking about it. The whole cage is holding the frame in place for right now, so we're good to chop. I have chopped that rearmost cross member off that goes underneath the engine that held the back of the lower control arm. And I've kind of cleaned it up. Haven't really got the frame ground down. Just got it cut as flush as I could with the Sawzall. But I got excited. We got the axle finally cleaned up and the Barnes truss tacked on, and I had to set the axle in place. This axle was made to fit this frame and engine, or vice versa. Here you go. All right, so I got it set pretty much at full bump. I've got it all centered up there with the plumb bob, as you can see. Center axle there, I've marked the center of that, and it comes up through, and that's sitting on the center right there. That's far as the frame, obviously not the motor. But that is what's beautiful. So again, this is set pretty much like where I would want full bump to be. So yeah, plenty of room here for an upper link mount. Plenty of room back there for an upper mount right off the top there. And then just made for this truck. It's awesome. Beautiful. Again, that will be full bump somewhere thereabouts. So you can kind of see in relation to frame what full bump would be for the tire. So imagine a 39-inch tire on here. So full bump's gonna be awesome. We can have this thing low and fast.
You can do anything you want out here today. I was about to say, John. Wow! Wow!
What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday after Labor Day. I haven't done anything on this thing in a while because we've been so busy. Even today, I just snuck over here real quick to mount some wheels and tires, kind of go over the axle really quick for about 45 minutes here, but I got to get back to that red 4Runner, start working on it. So this is what we have. Borrowed some 39s that were some takeoffs. Just for fitting it because my tires are about 25 days roughly out before they ship from California area. So just to get it mocked up. So let me kind of explain what we have going on here. So I've got this thing set up at ride height right now. So the pictures before showed the axle all the way up. That was full maximum bump on bump stops as far as they can go. So this is what will ride height will be. The up is about 6 and down will be 10. That's kind of I'm shooting for, 16-inch coilovers, straight up and down. So obviously a little bit more in flex because the coilovers we mounted inboard. So probably roughly around 20 to 22 inches of total wheel travel in the front here. It sets up perfectly. As you can see, upper links, shoot. Right towards those. Unsure on the degree angle. I remember measuring it the other day, but it's almost straight, which is perfect, and that is for both of them. Boom. They get about a ½ inch from the frame at square bump, but anyway it flexes, the links actually get further away from the frame, so that's beautiful. Clearance between this bolt and the oil pan is a little tight, and by tight I mean about 1 inch, but there is some meat on the edge right here. As you can see the thing, and if we have to, we can shave down the actual casting of the block a little bit. Still have plenty of mounting surface if it comes to that. I don't think it will. What else have we done? Oh, we've made the super jankiest tie rod out of scrap you can ever see in your entire life. Welded a bolt to a piece of conduit, to a piece of 1 inch, to some flat stock, to a piece of 1 inch, to some more conduit. Need to go to the store and grab more conduit. It's actually a solid piece because this thing wobbles like you would not believe. Just for a temporary tie rod until the PSE hydro ram comes in and we get the steering locked in. Been thinking about the Barnes skid here I bought. While it will fit, it's just a beast and heavy, and I get why it is what it is. It's just a little much. So we might just run a bent tube around the PSE ram just to save some weight, or we'll put this sucker after we get the ram mounted and figure out where it goes on the plasma table and cut us out some speed holes. But yeah, so you can kind of start seeing, we did a rough measurement of outside tire to outside tire. We are sitting at 89 inches wide, which I know you're thinking, wow, that's really wide. Some of the race trucks are running like 92, 93, so still thinner than most. Our approach angle, I end up scooting the axle forward 2 inches more than what I was planning. And the reason being, from there to there right now, even after moving it, is only 108. We're shooting for the 118 to 120 mark. So I do need to push the rear axle anyway, so that helps us out back there, but it makes it so that axle's not pushed so much where it's ridiculously pushed back. And then it also made it so our approach angle right now, I'm kind of paying attention to this bar, but is pretty much dang near vertical, but pretend that white 4Runner is the winch. So my winch is gonna sit out roughly about there. White 4Runner's the Warren winch, which is right there. It'll sit out about right there. So that's pretty much straight. I believe the rules stipulate you have to have a bumper before you make tire contact. That was somewhere in the rules, I believe, reading. Might have been a different race series, but either way, the winch will stick out just ahead of it. But again, that's like a little over 2 foot off the ground is where the winch will be, and it'll have a little bash tube in front of it. So I've talked now for 4 minutes. And that is what we have going on. Like I said, again, this is just for mock-up. Next step will be, I'm gonna get on the phone with Trey here one day when he can have time, because he is really good with the link calculator, and it is blowing my mind. I'm getting lost in the numbers of where my link needs to sit on the bottom here, and we're shooting for that cross member right there. So those 2 holes are factory holes. I'm hoping to shoot there, so that way I have a little bit of upper triangulation and a lot more lower, so we're at that magic 40 to 45 degrees. But we had to put the tires on here. I'm not gonna turn it right now, but we'll turn the tires and figure out how far we can push the link out before the tire rubs. And we'll keep a good 2-3 inches of room before the tire rubs. But coming along great. That's it for this video. I know it's kind of a short one, but it's looking good. See you guys. Like, subscribe, share.